This podcast is brought to you by R69 and by Visor.ai.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Rant over because I just
So
record right after you finished.
I have to tell you both that when Hailey asked me to come on and talk about Pocahontas, I went, why? And then I remembered that I'm Canadian and you guys haven't done Thanksgiving yet.
Yeah, we have not.
I'm like, what? Oh, right, Thanksgiving. I did that shit weeks ago.
To be fair, your Thanksgiving commemorates something completely different.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. But I just think it's funny. It's
Do
like,
I
oh,
feel
yeah.
like doing Pocahontas around Thanksgiving is a bad idea? Maybe this will be a bad idea.
I was like, Pocahontas is a very odd topic for a Halloween episode.
Well, that's become controversial too. But
Mm,
I don't know. I think because my whole opinion of Thanksgiving and Pocahontas kind of go hand in hand. It's like I don't know what people want from other people in regards to this because it's like, and nobody alive today nobody alive today did any of the bad historical things. But also that being said,
Mhm.
the bad historical things are usually presented with little to no context and little to no factuality, and it's not as clean cut as, ironically, Disney would have you believe. But even Disney, because I wouldn't go so far. I mean, I'm a fan, but like I'm not like a torchbearer for the film Pocahontas. But I mean, it's quite good.
uh, oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking about this all day today, Hailey. Um, how attached to you are this movie? Because I was like, do I give this movie the full spur of the moment treatment? I was like, or am I nice? Because here's the thing. I loved this movie as a child. I very specifically remember playing the Sega Genesis video game, and there's a level where it's the the bit where she's going to rescue John Smith from having his head cut off. That's a level in the video game, and it's just the song playing in the background, set to a mild palette swap. So I grew up loving this movie. However, it is problematic in the sense that like, I was telling Hailey earlier that me and Jordan were doing based on a true story on the show this week. And we kind of came to the realization that you have to separate the characters in the movie from the real people that they are based on. Because the real person that Pocahontas is based on is 12.
At this point in the story, yes.
Yeah, and John Smith is not blonde haired and handsome looking.
No, he's got a righteous beard by this
Yeah,
point in his life.
he's an old man, and their relationship is not the way it's presented in this movie.
No, it's not romantic.
No, it's
At
not
all.
romantic
No.
at all. So every time this movie gets romantic, it as an adult looking at this retrospectively and retroactively, I'm like, ooh, this feels weird. It feels weird that we sexed up Pocahontas. Like I just think that that's not an unfair criticism of this movie.
It's not. I think the trap that people fall in though because you're not wrong. However, I think because of some of the sensitivity, particularly in the United States, but I know Canada's got its kind of
Yeah,
problematic relationship with its native people as well.
yeah.
It's kind of a byproduct of colonialism
Unfortunately, yeah.
wherever it occurred. But that's kind of the point that I always make is this is a byproduct of colonialism wherever it occurred. And the thing about colonialism is it happened everywhere.
Yeah.
It happened like, okay, so not too many people talk about this, but to kind of put this into a different context, Japan
Yeah.
had native tribes as well. funnily enough, around the same time. And the I have to be really careful how I say this. The ethnicity that we regard to as quote unquote Japanese today were at one point not in control of the entire island chain. And they expanded and colonized other areas and decimated the native peoples to the point that some people can trace their ancestry back, and there are some cultural elements that still kind of exist today. But as a people, they do not exist as, at least not to my knowledge, as like a group of people. They have either assimilated fully into a common ethnicity now, or they
Mm,
were annihilated, and usually it's the latter.
mm,
But we don't think about that because of the very, very obvious skin tone difference in countries like the United States and Canada. Because we also don't think about Roman colonization of Europe, because Rome colonized and decimated and or incorporated Celtic, Gothic, Visigoth, numerous tribes,
Yeah,
numerous tribes.
I saw a really good. I forget his. I'm gonna fuck up the name, but Chris Titus, I think is what the comedian's name is. I saw a really good bit of his where he was like the name, the even the word cultural appropriation was culturally appropriated by the Romans, the king
Hmm?
and queens of cultural appropriation. And I
mm.
was like, oh, that's such a valid point. I didn't even realize. Yeah, it's such a valid point.
Well, and that's an interesting bit too, because I promise we'll get back to Pocahontas, but I've always found the concept of cultural appropriation being seen as negative as very odd, because every society on planet Earth today
Yeah.
exists because of cultural appropriation.
Hmm.
Um,
I,
the
I,
languages we speak, the manner in which we speak them,
yeah,
these are all the fact that basically, except for Brazil, the majority of people from Mexico down speak Spanish, because Brazil's got to be different
I watched
because
it
of
in practically in preparation for this. It's funny you say that because in preparation for this, I watched a really solid video by Lindsay Ellis called "Pocahontas Was a Mistake and Here's Why." Um,
it's a great video.
it's a great video. It's a great. And I was gonna come in prepared with her. You've seen it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Her bit about how Pocahontas and Moana are the same movie, basically. I was like, you know what? When you put it side by side like that, they're kind of similar. They're kind of similar.
I
Well,
mean,
I don't know that I'd go that far.
mm,
They're quite they're quite similar.
yeah, I
I was
mean,
like,
Well, yeah,
in
but
what
how much of
way?
that? Yeah, it depends on where you're going with the similarity. Because if you get down to it,
uh,
if
hold on.
it, since most films follow the hero's journey arc, technically every movie is technically the same story if
Hold
you want to
on.
get obnoxious about it.
I'm gonna see if I
And I
can
don't
pull up the.
recommend being obnoxious about it either.
No,
Well,
no.
excuse me.
I'm gonna pull up. See if I can pull up the transcript of her a little bit at the beginning. I'll just read a bit of it.
It's been a minute since I've seen it, but I'm familiar with, and she does identify several very
Yeah.
problematic aspects, but she also points out, if memory serves, she points out the problem of, I don't think she called it this, but I always refer to it as the problem of the perception of the noble savage,
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, yeah. She does, yeah.
where there's, and actually I remember the first time I came across this, it was when I worked at Walmart. I was still in high school, and there was a guy who worked there part-time who was also a history teacher at a middle school, and we would always chat because I'm a history nerd, and I I guess I helped him let the time go by. So we would
Mm,
often have conversations, and I don't even remember how it came up, but I basically said something to the effect of like, it was
mm,
really really bad how, the Native Americans were which, don't get me wrong, it was, but he just kind of aside, and then I was like, oh, am I wrong? Because like, you clearly know more than I do, obviously, so enlighten me. And he was like, it wasn't one sided,
yeah.
at least not all the time. There it was, and it's hard to pin down because it depends on where you're talking about, who you were talking about, but that's kind of the point. There
Mm,
were tribes that had fine relationships, at least for a while, with the United States government. There were other ones that fought to the
mm,
death. There were other ones that were forced out, and it just depends. But the important detail to not forget is that all of these tribes at one point or another were fighting other Native American tribes.
A detail me and Jordan always talk about this, but watching something like this and watching a thing for fun is entirely a different experience.
Yeah.
I never picked up on the fact, and you guys may go, duh, but I never picked up on the fact that at the beginning of Pocahontas, the dad and the sexy guy that he wants Pocahontas to marry, they're coming
Coco.
back from Coco, yeah, they're coming back from a war. They're coming back from a conflict with another tribe that they just slaughtered. Like, so it's interesting that's in there. But she also makes the
Yeah.
point of like the
Yeah.
movie tries to both sides the conflict between the natives and the colonizers, and it like, yeah, man, they're the same with their spears and they're the same with their guns and their smallpox. And you're like, yeah, it's not. Well,
No.
it's not the same. But so this is her opening bit. So I have a pitch for a movie. It's about this young girl, and she's the daughter of the tribal chief of a group of indigenous people living in pre-colonial times. And she's about to come of age, and her dad is like, "It's time to come of age, honey. You need to do the thing and take your place in the leaderarchy. It suits you." And she's like, I'm not too keen on your particular vision for me, Dad. She likes water. It's a metaphor for freedom. And she's like, "Hey, water, is there something more for me out there?" And then she sings a song about the water. She has this grandmother character who is special. She's got a spiritual insight that nobody else in the tribe has. And she's like, "Hey, maybe your dad is being too restrictive. Maybe there's something more out there for you." But then a conflict comes from over the sea, and grandma's like, "Well, you know what? Maybe that's your destiny." And then it goes on from there. But I was like, when you put it like that,
Yeah, when you put it that way.
I mean, come on. Okay, before that, I rebuttal this because I have a few tidbits. I have to do my.
Are you gonna rebuttal but it?
you gonna rebut it?
But hi, everybody. Welcome to the Your Broadway World Podcast. As you can tell by the beginning of this shit show or whatever this is, I have the problems with me.
That's how it feels
So-
accurate.
I will already
Sorry.
acknowledge the fact that the guests are a couple of white dudes. So
This is true. Yeah, no, this is true. I always comes with the asterisk of I know the color of my skin, and what do I know?
So I'm sorry about that.
well, I mean a lot as a matter of fact, but I understand optically. I
Yeah.
understand the optic issue. However, yeah,
I
this is
think
what you get.
this is what you get. Yeah.
And as you can see, we're talking about Pocahontas and how
I believe we can have a nuanced conversation about Pocahontas.
We
don't-
absolutely can.
I mean, we started to. And I don't know how long that's gonna last, but
Well, here's the thing. Me and Jake often have this agreement. I find that two things are possible. You can both be like, "Hey, man, the thing is problematic, but I still like the thing." Like, you can like a thing and acknowledge that it has its issues. Like at the end of the movie, being like, "Hey, guys, we solved racism." Like, that's like, it's probably a bit more depth to that conflict than that.
Well, at least until Pocahontas 2. Let's go to England because
Because
that one I will attest I don't like that one very much.
nobody likes that one.
I don't
no,
like that
nobody
one.
likes that. But to be
Pocahontas,
fair,
well, Pocahontas shouldn't like that one because that's historically that's where she died. But anyway,
yeah, I don't like judging a movie from 19 what year did this come out? 90 something, 95,
97,
97.
98.
I don't like judging a movie for how I feel about it now, because how you feel about things changes and grows, and we don't feel the same way we did back then. So I often look to how they felt about it at the time. And at the time, this thing got eviscerated critically because people were like, "Yeah, this feels problematic." And the movie that ended up getting
Right.
more critical praise was Lion King. Like, everyone wanted to work on this instead of Lion King.
Which is funny, yeah, because you're absolutely right. However,
Yeah.
I would like to point out that this movie's critical panning does go into that noble savage myth that I touched on earlier. The reason it got panned is because this was during a time where it wasn't the only time that sort of sentiment was really,
Dances
really
with Wolves, baby.
well. Perfect.
That's
Perfect example of a movie that I love, but at the same time, I'm like,
yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I was like, ooh, white
Except-
saviory. It's a tad white saviory.
yeah, but I have an issue with that trope sometimes too. But that I'll try not to I'll try not to deviate because that's a different podcast. But the point that I'm trying to make though is that what you just outlined for older movies is how I feel about history. And I think how
Mhm.
you have to view history because it's like, take John Smith, perfect example. This guy is a dick by today's standards. By the standards of his day,
He's a
he
perfectly
was a
reasonable guy.
well, he was a hero. And I mean, historically speaking, I mean, John Smith is a badass. Like
Yeah.
the stuff he did before Virginia was like, did you know he was a slave at some point in his life? Yes, he was
Really?
enslaved. He was enslaved by an Ottoman, and he ended up killing his
John
slave
Smith,
overseer.
the guy who created Mormonism? That John Smith? Oh, really?
No, that's Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith. John Smith is a different guy. Okay.
John Smith,
Oh,
Pocahontas, John Smith,
Pocahontas
Mel
John
Gibson.
Smith. Right. I'm thinking Joseph. Right. Oh, really? Okay. Never mind. I did not
Yep.
know that.
Well, because he went over. I mean, he served it. He left home at 16 after his father died, and basically was doing badassery for
I
his
only know
entire
him as
life.
the blonde guy from the Pocahontas movie. So
But that's the thing, though, is a lot of people don't know who John Smith was. Like he'd been to the whole other side of the world by this
yeah.
point. He fought for I can't remember if it was a descendant or ancestor of Vlad the
Mm.
Impaler, but he fought
Really?
for Wallachia against the Ottomans and
Huh.
was actually like given several honors, including a coat of arms of the royal family. He was captured by the Ottomans. He was given as a slave as a gift to a woman somewhere in the empire, and he was beaten regularly. And I guess the story says during one of these beatings, he killed the overseer and then just bolted and made his
Wow.
way back to Europe. So, yeah, John Smith is actually like a legitimate badass.
But
And in
also,
this, I'll go for
I was just gonna say, but also, he did problematic shit, which is I'm sure what you were winding up to.
it. Yeah, but I mean, we have this tendency to look at historical figures and like thinking even more modern. Um, well, Winston Churchill's kind of gotten some hate lately, but like FDR, like, are we really going to pretend that FDR never did anything problematic? No, of course not. And you'd be incredibly naive to think
Yeah.
that anyone historically is perfect.
No,
Like,
no, exactly. No, that's
but
I
so
always make
many
that point.
people, do, and they do the same thing with cultures, which is what this movie falls. Well, actually, this movie doesn't do, but people act like it does because the Native American tribe here, the Powhatan tribe, is seen as just as xenophobic and bloodthirsty
Right?
as the colonists are. And that's kind of the point. Now, granted, you can make the case, well, they came to their land first, but like you said, they just got back from another war.
Right? Exactly. I
Who's
mean,
to say they weren't doing the exact same thing? Cocoam got his boob paint because of it.
well, my favorite moment in the movie is when young Christian Bale shoots um what kills
Cocoam.
Powhatan. Kocoum kills Kocoum, which totally I completely forgot that he actually I thought he came back at the end. I didn't realize he actually straight up killed. Anyway, he was about to stab his friend in the face. Right? Like Mel Gibson works up, he's like, "Bro, I got this." And it's like, "No, I don't think you had that, man. You were about to get stabbed in the face."
I
And
mean,
so
duh.
like and Christian Bale, young Christian Bale, I don't remember the character's name. Who cares? Young Christian Bale shot him in arguable self-defense, and then Mel Gibson pretends like it was an act of aggression. But like he waited for a moment before he shot him. Like he gave him
Yes.
time.
Can
I'm
we just
saying.
agree though to the fact that Mel Gibson in this movie is like amazing?
Yes.
I mean,
He does a fantastic job in this movie.
Mm.
I like the
I mean,
character.
he doesn't sing, but his delivery
No,
in some lines is
He's
tremendous.
hilarious in it.
Yeah, I can't think about one right now. I love that line.
but
Mm.
like I mean, I love Governor Ratcliffe. I've realized I love David Ogden Stiers just so much. He's like a
Mm.
staple of my childhood. Like every time I was like, hey, it's another
Judy
David Ogden
Kuhn,
Stiers.
Judy Kuhn as Pocahontas though is amazing.
She is great.
Yes, she
I
does a
do.
good job. And
Yeah.
they do have, I don't think every Native American is played by a Native American actor, but I know some are.
Well, the that was one of the things I learned from that Lindsay Ellis video is the guy who plays her dad is like was
Hmm.
like some famous native protester from like the 1970s. But that was
Yep.
a part that I found was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, you've got this famous native person playing the dad. I wish I could remember his name, but then he
Powhatan.
doesn't.
He's named Powhatan. Historically, his name wasn't that. That's the name of the tribe, but he's referred to as Chief Powhatan.
Okay, but his singing voice is Jim Cummings. So I'm like, okay, the speaking voice is a native guy, but then you get the whitest guy to ever be white playing the singing voice. And it's like, couldn't you have gotten a native singer to sing for him? Like even some unknown guy, give him a chance.
Maybe not. But what I always found funny is that I forget his name. Who was the not the chief, but like the medicine man? I forget. I don't think his character is named, and if it is, I don't know it. But
I can't remember what it is though.
I love that. That's the same. That's the voice of Tigger.
Oh my god, it totally is.
Yeah, yes. And you can hear it. Because
I
at one point, I'm just half expecting him to be like, "She has her mother's spirit."
That's because obviously Jim Cummings is the singing voice of the chief. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, it totally is. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes, that is totally Jim Cummings, and he does phenomenal.
Yeah.
I like the singing, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I will also attest to like Disney drawing their animals is just like Miko and Flint are like cute.
What's the name of the? Remind me of the name of the pug.
Percy.
Percy is why I love pugs. I love
Percy is a badass.
I love how spoiled he is eating his little food, his cherry. Yeah. It's great. It's so good. It's so funny. So good.
Like Percy is a spoiled little brat. Let's just say it now.
I mean, like I say,
Speaking of historical inaccuracies, I just have one thing to say. Having been around pugs previously, if that dog had been in the wilderness in the early 1700s, it would have died a very quick and agonizing death.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Especially one that's spoiled and they don't have vaccines back then. Like there's no.
Well, not only that, just the fact that a pug's go-to defense mechanism is scream like a small little girl.
That's not wrong. I mean, also they have horrible septum problems as well, which having to walk.
So he's going to try to. Yeah, he's going to try to run and then just end up. It wouldn't have been pretty. It's not a good idea.
And who is Governor Radcliffe's little page boy or whatever you want to call him?
That's also David Ogden Stiers. They're both voiced by the same guy. Yeah, they're both voiced
by him too.
I learned that this time. Yeah, they're both voiced by the same guy. Yeah, it's the guy who voices Radcliffe voices the little minion. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I shout out to him because he has one of my favorite lines. It's a blink and you'll miss it, which are always my favorite lines. When they're talking about gruel, and then he just chimes in, "I like gruel."
Yeah, I like gruel. Yeah. I love that character. Like I say, I as much as doing podcasting for me has always been being critical of the things that you love, and I love this movie. Like I grew up with it. It has a firm nostalgia for me. So it hurts me to be like, but
Well, I think everybody goes through a similar process when it comes to this movie and others like it. But this one in particular, because it's Disney, is especially if you're a millennial, like because you were alive and going to the theater when it came out.
Yeah, I watched.
So you loved it. So you loved it when you were young, and then you get a little bit older, young adult, around the age you go to university, and then you think that you fucking know everything and you're real self-righteous and you're like, this movie glorifies colonizers and it's so problematic because you learn, trust me, there's a process because you start learning about this stuff. I should say high school. Could say a pretentious high schooler or first year university student. Because then you learn about the problematic elements and your first instinct is to be like, oh, well, this is unforgivable. And then as you learn a little bit more nuance, and then like I said, you learn about, European colonization, not the colonization of Europe, not European colonization. I realize those are confusing terms. And then you start realizing that
I was going to say 1995 is when it was.
Yeah, 1995.
1995. Yeah.
When the first one came out.
So, but when you start learning the nuance and then you learn, that all the things that the USA is known for negatively happened elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like basically across the entire world that maybe, people, different colors and languages, but the acts themselves, which trust me, I get into this debate all the time when it comes to slavery on another podcast, but we're not going to go there because that's not what we're talking about. But, and then you start seeing a little bit of nuance and then you understand that fictional stories exist in a reality that's not real and they all do.
That's the
To
important bit to remember.
to
This is a movie that's
yeah.
animated.
Well, to your point, like 300 is highly problematic historically.
Mhm.
Still love it.
Yeah, right. You can again, you can. Also, an important thing to remember about certain movies is like where we were in the zeitgeist in 1995, and as you mentioned, the Native Americans had a particular way that they were viewed in the
Mhm.
90s. You know, with Dancing with Wolves, with this. There's other examples I'm sure exist. But yeah, if you can it irritates me. Not this is not a you guys are really cool about this, and all the people on the
Yeah.
network are really cool about. You can have it both ways. You can be critical of a thing that you love, and you can point out its flaws, and a thing can be flawed, and you could still love it. I love the music in this movie. Like I love the
Oh, the
music.
music's top notch. The
Color,
animation is gorgeous.
Yeah, man, she's
Colors of the Wind
beautiful.
is my favorite song.
Colors
I
of
love I love the subtle the animation they do with the colors of the wind, so to speak.
Mhm.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's some gorgeous animation.
Yeah.
I love the song that the grandma tree sings. Na, 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 na,
Listen with
na.
your heart, I think it's
You
called.
will understand.
You almost went you almost went into da 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 da
I
da
know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I deviated, but
I
I
like
love that song. I love that song. I love that
that's
character.
Come
I
to think of it, I don't think there's a bad song in
no.
this.
No, there's not.
I love Dig. I love
Dig
that
is my
song.
Dig
another
is
Dig
great.
Dig
is
is
so
great.
good. I
Oh,
love
I
Ooh Money
just
Money
love that.
Ooh Money Ooh Money. I love it.
Again, at towards the end of the song, there's a line that you might not catch if you're a kid. Adults catch it when he's just like, "I'd help you to dig, boys, but I've got a crank in me
Give me
spine."
spine. I love that line so much. My one of my
Um,
favorite covers of this song is done by a guy named Jonathan Young, and he puts the Virginia Company bit at the end of the song. So good. Sorry, Haley, go on.
did you know that there was a cutscene?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there were
I'm
several.
sure there was.
Um, do you know
I'm sure.
the
I'm sure there were several scenes where they were like, "I don't know about this one."
there was one scene like you know the song at the end at the end with the credits. It's if I
Yes.
never
If
knew
I
you.
never knew you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
not in
I've
the
seen
that was a
that.
movie.
scene. That was a scene.
Was
But
it?
that's a
Oh, okay.
fully animated, active,
Really?
recorded
Yeah,
scene. Yeah.
yeah,
You can find it on the internet. They
yeah.
sing
Oh.
is they, but that's funny you mentioned that because I found that funny after I watched that sing. I was like, oh, so that's where that song was in the movie.
Oh, I've
It's
always wondered where that song
I
was.
you know what? I like it. I understand why they cut it though.
I understand it.
I get it, but I like it.
Where is it? Where is it in the
So
movie?
it's when John's captured by the natives and he's in the teepee and then Pocahontas has to see him. It's that scene ends. Where that scene ends, I should say, that's where the musical part begins, and they basically sing that
Oh.
song to each other, which
Hmm.
not narratively, how do I say this? From a character standpoint, I really, really like it because it's
Hmm.
basically John Smith. Okay, so you're all well aware of this, but and I'm assuming people that watch this podcast are too, but I'm going to reiterate just in case somebody's not in the know. Kind of like the general guidelines for when in a musical, when you go into song and then into dance, is you let the emotions get as high as they possibly can through spoken dialogue,
Hmm.
and then you sing. And then if it goes even further, that's when you start dancing.
Yeah, it's
Obviously,
whatever emotion you can't convey through speaking bursts out of you through song. I've heard this. I've heard this theory. Yes.
yes, yes. Obviously, John Smith can't dance because he is tied to a post. But it's a really good character moment because Pocahontas is sitting there saying, "Oh, it's all my fault," and then he's trying to tell her, he's like, "No, we're good because I'd rather die." I think he actually says this. I'd rather die tomorrow than live 100 years without knowing you. But then the
Yeah,
song reiterates that because the song is called "If I Never Knew You,"
yeah.
and it's a
Interesting.
great song. It's on my playlist. A great song, and it's a shame it's not in the movie diegetically,
Yeah.
but it is in the end credits because, well, they already had the song recorded professionally, so why not?
Yeah.
They're like, I gotta use it somehow.
You gotta use it. Well, I mean, it's one of those like the big thing about this movie was they thought this was gonna be like we finally win that best picture, not award because the best animated picture didn't
Yeah,
exist yet.
yeah, they kind of should have thought
Like
twice about
this got all the
that
money.
story.
Yeah, and then Lion King ended up winning best song anyway, which I think is funny. But yeah, I think that was the one they thought it was gonna be their Tale
They
as Old
did.
as
They,
Time.
yeah,
This might have been a fever
no.
dream. This might have been a fever dream, but it didn't also at the end of the movie, like they did like bloopers.
I don't
Not
think this. No,
I
and that
thought
I'm glad they didn't because that would have been tonally just really a bad
I
thing to do.
they might have on the DVD. That might
On
be
the
what you
DVD, I think
maybe
they did because I
Maybe.
remember seeing bloopers of like the characters doing bloopers by accident.
that does sound familiar. That
yeah,
does sound familiar.
yeah.
Maybe, but I've never been a fan of the fake Disney bloopers.
Mm.
It depends. I mean,
I
the
like the Munchers Inc. ones.
I can't help but find the one
The bloopers are only funny because they're real. Like
they're organic. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's why I don't like fake bloopers because then it's just you're
As
creating. It's
as as someone who is on a blooper reel, yeah, they're way funnier when they're organic. But the Toy Story 2 ones are phenomenal.
And the Lion King ones. I love the Lion King
I did
ones.
enjoy the Lion King ones, but I mean, I get why they cut it, but the Stinky Pete one, where it's him and the two Barbies and the in the box, like that's funny.
Oh, I know that one. Oh, it's so
That's
funny.
that's funny. That was funny. It's not on the Disney Plus version. You actually have to specifically go to YouTube to find it.
Or
But
like all of the Jesse ones where like she accidentally knocks into him.
I think they're funny. But I do get the beef. I understand the
I
criticism.
tolerate them now because it's become a thing. But the first time I saw them, I'm like, why are you wasting money?
Yeah, wasting money in animation doing this. Yeah, no, I definitely get it. Um,
Yeah. That being said, I don't think Pocahontas gets enough credit nowadays because
Hmm.
it is beautifully animated. The
Yeah.
colors, pun intended, are phenomenally done. The story's not terrible, and to defend it, I will. Which I Justin may have seen this movie. I doubt Haley's even heard of it because it really was not well received at all. Did either of you ever watch the movie The New World, which was supposed to be like
no.
the
No.
live action version of this story
Oh,
with
maybe. Is it the one where she's actually like 12 in it?
yes,
I
I
yes.
haven't seen
okay.
it.
I don't think I have like a memory like a set like I don't know if you have these kind of memories where like you can remember where you were when you saw this but you're not sure if it actually happened or if you're just imagining it. So like I remember my mom watching it in a place I lived when I was a kid. I can remember like my surrounding areas, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it or are otherwise familiar with it. But I can picture like one scene of them in a canoe and she's 12.
Correct. Yeah. So it is the very long and drawn out. It's not precisely the life story of Pocahontas, but it kind of is.
Mm.
It's much more historically accurate, but here's the problem.
Mm.
It's boring as fuck.
Yeah, because they didn't really have, to my knowledge, like everyone always goes, she was 12, but like their relationship was not romantic, like
No, not at all.
at all. Like so
Nope.
her being 12 was just like I know there's other problematic elements to their relationship. I'm not 100% sure of them
Mm.
off by memory, but like yeah, like and the thing is like when you're like, "Oh yeah," and
Mm.
then the natives and the settlers went on to have a happy peaceful
Yeah.
relationship for hundreds of years. No, I don't. That's not really what happened. But
There's another thing too I hate about and it's in the second movie too, where like, she's in a relationship with John Rolfe,
yeah,
and
Well,
then
that actually does happen because
yeah,
Pocahontas goes on to
yeah,
marry John Rolfe.
but then John Smith shows up in the
he
in the
does.
middle of the movie.
He does. Yeah, that's the one thing. This movie, I will give it credit. The fact that they don't technically wind up together in the end is spoiler alert. Is kind of like also the thing that you don't really get from historical context is he's like, oh, so let's hope we get him back to London soon. But it's like, yeah, getting him back to London is several months away, I would say, right? Weeks at the very least,
He's no months, and he's more likely to die on the boat than in Virginia.
right?
That
He's
that scene
far more
though,
likely from a gunshot wound.
yeah.
He's far more likely to die on the boat.
Yeah, it's just
Was
like,
it
why are
John
they taking him
John
back?
Rolfe? That
No,
shot
John
him?
Smith.
John
John
Smith?
Smith.
No,
No. Who shot him?
Oh,
Radcliffe, I believe.
Radcliffe shoots him.
That's what
Yeah.
I thought. Radcliffe.
Radcliffe shoots him, yeah. Because
Yeah.
everyone's like, we're not gonna do a racism anymore, and
Yeah,
Radcliffe's
which-
like, I
oh,
want to
God.
do a big racism, and then he shoots him. He shoots him, and he goes to shoot the chief. And I watched the movie this morning, that's why I can remember this. And then John Smith is like, no, I will prevent racism, and he takes a bullet.
Just going over the lunacy of a group of white colonists being like, no, we don't want to shoot the natives.
Billy Connolly's like, no, thank you.
Hey, don't get me wrong, I love Billy Connolly. I absolutely love his character in The Last Samurai. I love him in everything, but he's got some zingers in that movie, let me tell you. It's like a man's job. Unless, of course, you got your heart set in the career in the theater.
He was remember how I was telling you about Fido? He's the zombie in Fido.
Oh, God.
I really do feel like zombie. It's a really good movie, but I love Billy Connolly, and I one of those things where you don't recognize voices until you know them. And as a kid, I had no idea. When I found out that was Christian Bale, I know he joked about it, but it blew my mind. I was like, "That's Christian Bale? What?"
Yeah.
Good old Thomas. And then, of course, how can we forget that incredible Connolly line from The Last Samurai again? No disrespect intended, sir, but shove it up your ass.
Oh, he's good. He's good. He's good in everything. I love his stand. I love Billy Connolly. He's so good. He's so funny.
Good. He's so funny.
But yeah, you're right. Yeah, just the idea of Collins being like, nope. Like at the end, that seems ridiculous. Like,
I'm sure there
now.
Like in reality, I'm sure there was one dude kind of like in the back being like, I don't know, lads, are we sure we want to do this?
Really?
And then everybody else is like, yes.
We're committed. In for a penny.
I mean, we woke up at the ass crack of dawn and marched all the way down here. I'm going to shoot something. And it's a lot of work to load one of those muskets, let me tell you.
I know, but it's one of my favorite Jim Jeffries bits where he's like, that's the thing about muskets like that. Lots of time to calm down. I'm gonna get you.
Shane Gillis has a similar bit. He uses it for the Civil War. He was just like, imagine how mad you'd have to be like in Georgia and be like, they're gonna do what? It's like you're gonna round up all your friends and family and just walk. You're gonna walk there to shoot people over this. That's dedication. That's rage.
Here's my thing though too about that specific scene of like how Governor Radcliffe shoots him. Like if I'm correct, and those are the same rifles that you guys are talking about in that movie too. How'd you do that so quickly?
Well, I mean, they were all
It's
loaded and ready
preloaded.
to go. Yeah,
It's
they're
preloaded.
Okay.
But I mean,
Yeah.
he took a gut shot. So like John Smith is probably dead by the time he's making it back to London after slowly and agonizingly dying.
Well, here's the other thing. So that, if I'm not mistaken, that's still lead ball territory.
Yeah.
So the ammunition is literally just a ball of lead. So assuming that it doesn't rupture any organs, break any bones, or and assuming that it passes right through, maybe.
Mm.
But that's a gut shot.
Yeah, that's a gut shot. That's a bad injury.
He's dead. Like he's going to die.
Slowly. Don't get me wrong. Slowly, very slowly.
Well, maybe not. If that hits his liver, he's.
That's true.
You know,
So then, him coming back in Pocahontas 2 doesn't make any sense then.
No, it never did.
Well, because John Smith didn't get shot in reality.
Oh.
Yeah, he's involved.
That's what because allegedly accounts say that Pocahontas and John Smith did meet again in London when she went. with John Rolfe. So that part does make sense, except that
I think in that
you want to
second
talk
movie,
about a magic bullet.
But like movie wise, like he got shot in the first one, and then he's
Well,
in the second one.
well, no,
I
because he's healed by Disney magic.
as a kid, I legit as a kid, like because I obviously nerd, big old nerd. I read comic books as a kid, so like
Nerd.
and I watched Spider-Man and X-Men. So like my concept of death was such that I assumed he died. I assumed he took him on the boat and he died. Like I was like he's
Well,
dead.
it is supposed to be a big reveal, to be fair.
Oh, that he's in that second movie. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they gave it away in all of the trailers, but he definitely
Well, I
was.
mean, they always do that. But actually, shout out to the second one for including bear baiting.
Bear baiting.
That
Well,
scene
no,
pissed me
that
off.
well, it's supposed to, but I mean, that's a fairly deliberate choice.
Oh wait, is bear baiting where you send the hounds out to chase the bears and then you hunt them?
Technically, no. There's a scene in there where they've got the bear like chained up, and then
Yeah.
you're supposed to be able to kill it right there. Which
Oh.
look,
And
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. I'm going to make a public service announcement here. I don't have anything inherently against hunting, but the people that go to I forget what you call them, but it's basically like um, do either of you play Pokemon?
Yes. It's like the Safari
Okay.
Zone.
The Safari Zone, yes, exactly. It's an enclosed space, except your goal is to kill the things you're hunting in these sorts of places. They're enclosures. Y'all can go fuck yourselves. Talk
Yeah,
about a bitch move.
anyone who's like, I'm gonna pay to go kill an innocent animal, I immediately lose respect for you.
Well,
it
if it's an
wasn't.
open hunt, it depends on the animal you're going
Yeah.
for, to be fair. But as long as the animal's got a chance, I don't inherently
Well,
have
like
a
I went
problem.
we
But
went when I we went to Mexico one year. We went sport fishing, and
mhm.
like they took us out and they set up the thing and they went da, 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 and then it went yeah, and then they hand you the rod and then you reel it in. I'm like, this isn't
No, that's
fishing.
not fishing.
And then my
It's
mom's
not fishing.
partner, he bought a boat, and a hole in the water. Sorry, he bought a hole in the water, and every year we go visit them. Now he takes me fishing, and it's us on the boat, and we're hanging out and we're catching fish. I'm like, this is fishing. So like,
That's fishing, yes.
yeah. So like,
And so
I heard of.
I heard
Sorry,
that some people I heard that some people also like they bring grenade and then they just go and then it's
yeah, no, that's not fishing.
That's
Um,
also probably extremely illegal, but
extreme. But
yeah.
like, I heard a story, or there was a big thing
I'm
of
sure some asshole's done it
I'm
somewhere.
I'm
Mm.
positive. But they took him out to hunt like I think it was lion. I think oh no, I'm pretty sure it was a lion. Where it was essentially the sport version of hunting a lion, where they just took you to a little area and they're like, just shoot the lion and take a picture and say you shot the lion. Like that's not hunting. But going out into the woods, covering yourself in mud, getting in the dirt, that's hunting. That at least is sport, right? You're like giving the deer a chance to run away.
That's all I'm saying. Because if you're gonna do it, do it. I mean, I personally I don't
No.
hunt, but I also understand there's a flip side of it. Like here in Indiana, for
Yeah.
example, if people didn't hunt deer, um, it would be problematic. The
Yeah.
population would explode,
Same here.
um,
Same where I
and
live too.
sickness would spread. Like that's generally the case.
Yeah.
So I don't, but again, I'm obviously not going to name names, but I've met some people who have done some, shall we say, unethical things while hunting, and my opinion of them is very, very low.
Yeah, no, I felt guilty killing I was saying I was sort of saying as a joke, but when I went fishing with Russ the one time, when I caught it and it was sitting there dying, I said I now have to eat
Yeah.
every part of this and absorb its spirit. It fought valiantly. I was like I had to be like I couldn't. It's just the idea of taking any life makes me feel ooky.
And
Very.
Rupert,
I hate fish. I hate fish.
Uh,
I hate
must be
seafood though.
determined to make you eat fish.
I
You
don't
would
like
find
seafood.
My mother also can't stand fish, and there's certain fish that she likes. So like you just haven't eaten the right fish.
I'll put it to you this way, Haley. If you're ever in Florida,
Hmm.
try grouper because it's kind
Hmm.
of like the prime rib of
Yeah.
fish. It
Yeah.
doesn't really taste like fish.
Hmm.
Dorado's quite good. I quite like
Ooh,
Dorado.
Dorado. I've
Yeah,
had
Dorado's
Dorado
quite good.
once. And
Have
then
you
who
ever
can
had
say no to a
goat?
nice blackened salmon? I think I have. I'm not sure if it was goat.
I've never
I
had goat.
bacon wrapped goat. I don't eat the bacon part, but I eat the goat part. But that I love.
See,
No,
I take
that's
it.
another animal I feel guilty eating.
I have had goat actually, at the Indian restaurant.
Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah,
They
that's an
keep
animal
chewing
I
on my
feel
wheelchair.
guilty.
They get what they
They're
deserve.
so cute. Have you seen baby goat videos? They're so cute.
They chew on my wheelchair. They get what they deserve.
Goats are assholes too.
I mean, they are a buck. Oh, bucks can be total assholes.
If I could
Yeah,
Yeah,
kill and eat the ones at the petting zoo, I would.
I mean,
Those are the fuckers
yeah.
that keep messing with my wheelchair.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, if you found the correct amount of money and a motivated enough person, I'm sure someone could. I'm just saying, add enough zeros on a check, someone's bound to take out that goat
ever
for you.
ever had gator?
I've
Yes,
always wanted to try gator. I've
yes,
never
I
had
love
it.
It's
gator.
surprisingly good
It tastes
Does
like
it
chicken.
does it?
with
That's what
butter.
everyone says.
Yeah.
It tastes like chicken.
It's like a that's what you have to have it with butter. It's kind of it's not exactly like chicken, but it's close. It's kind of
Interesting.
like a it's not a blander chicken. I can't really describe it, but with butter, oh my God,
Like from
it's
a
very good.
texture perspective, it's more like chicken, not fish.
Yes, yeah, it's way
Interesting.
more like chicken.
Interesting. I've always
Now
wanted to
I'm
try
hungry.
gator. It's one of
Now
I'm
I'm
the
right.
hungry.
I'm
as a
sorry,
Canadian,
all of your vegetarian fans have left the
right?
podcast now.
I am so hungry now.
There's two reasons why I've always wanted to go to Florida, Disney World, and to try some gator. And
Oh, you
and
can
and
definitely try some gator.
I tried it when my now deceased brother uh lived in New Orleans actually.
oh yeah, that
Ooh,
makes sense. Yeah.
Nolan gator. I bet that was supreme,
Oh,
baby.
Oh, that
that
was
is.
so good.
I've always wanted to. That's another place I want to go. That's on my bucket list of places. But unfortunately, um, reasons. I,
Reasons.
I,
I
I'm
think you're talking about me.
a big orange elephant in the room. Yeah, yeah, no, I don't. I said mean things about him on the internet, and he got mad about a television commercial that we made. So, like, I don't think he's gonna
Which
let me in his
I
country.
kudos to Canada for that one.
Swish. No.
Because nothing annoys Donald Trump more than being called out with facts and logic.
No, except for it ended trade negotiations, so probably not so good. But
It'll be 2 years and then somebody like it'll be fine.
Pocahontas,
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Speaking of blowhards that have no sense of morality, how about that Governor Radcliffe?
Yeah. Well, the one thing I did think was funny was when I saw Alan Menken's name pop up in the opening credits, and I went Elton John is laughing at him with his
Mm.
Oscars.
I want to talk about the animals in Pocahontas more because I just think they're so cute. I love Miko. Miko is like the main character in my opinion.
Okay.
They
To
could
me.
have they could have they could have made a Miko movie, like a Lion
Yeah.
King 1.5 style.
Yeah.
They absolutely could. I mean, he was him and my mom loved the not the raccoon, but the hummingbird so much
Blend.
that she got it tattooed on her ankle.
That's
Yeah,
dedication.
yeah. She developed like a love of
Mhm.
hummingbirds from that character.
Well, because they're awesome. Like
I mean,
Mhm.
they are they are awesome.
Yeah.
I once watched a hummingbird fight midair, and
Really?
it was
That's
engaging.
sick.
It was like watching a dog fight
I mean,
because
just watching them fly is
it's
mind
actually
blowing.
like watching a fight in Dragon Ball. Like if you were actually a character there, because you can only see
That's
when they
so
get
sick.
close to each other, and then the rest of the time they're too fast. So you're just like,
I would have never thought of them being birds that were aggressive enough to fight each other.
oh,
That's awesome.
They're territorial as hell.
Really? Oh, I just learned
Oh
something
Yeah.
about
yeah.
hummingbirds. I didn't
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
they're violent. They're violent. They hate each
Really?
other, especially.
I did not know that. It seemed like such sweet creatures.
One time as a
Netflix.
kid, one time as a kid, I had my own little Pocahontas moment because a hummingbird just flew right in front of my face and just took off.
That's happened to me before. It's always dope because you can hear the buzzing of their wings. It's so weird. It's such a weird sensation when you feel them just go zoom by your face.
I feel like
It's so
it got
cool.
mad at me because I got too close to where it was trying to get nectar.
I mean, yeah, they're territorial, apparently.
Yeah, they're very territorial.
Yeah, my mom loves keeping hummingbird feeders, so I always see them all the time. And in Mexico, for whatever reason, they're really chill in Mexico. They'll just hang out. You can just watch them. It's so cool.
That's
also
super cool.
I just also love like the fact that you could tell like Flint just did not like John Smith at all. He did,
No,
No, Flick's behavior is very cat-like, though.
yeah.
this is true. This is true. Yeah, it is.
Because all he had to do was do this with like the biscuit, I think it was, and like he instantly just
Flew
like
into it.
flies right into it, and then you can see his nose.
See, I'm so bad. Me, the starts with an M. The raccoon. The raccoon's my favorite.
Miko, yeah.
Miko's my favorite. Miko is one of my. I love Miko when I was a kid. I love Miko now. He is probably my favorite animal character. Well, either him or the pug. I don't know. I love the
And he's
pug.
so
Well, 'cause
mischievous.
Miko's a legit raccoon.
Yeah,
That's a raccoon. Yeah.
That's how raccoons do.
yeah.
Like
I was
it's raccoons are one of those animals where it's like you're not supposed to interact with them, but it's like so hard not to
Because they're
because
cute.
I mean
They,
they got thumbs.
They got.
Yeah.
What's
They're
it's funny.
almost people.
They're
They're
almost
little
people.
robbers. That's why they call them little robbers.
Oh yeah, that and the bandit
Yeah.
mask. Like they're
The
so
bandit mask.
funny.
When I was dog sitting for my mom, I was walking her dog behind one of my buildings, and we're walking along, and I see this creature. It's about this big, and I'm like, I thought it was a cat, and I was like, oh, hopefully it gets scared and runs off, and it kept getting closer, and it turned around, and it was this massive raccoon. This is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like, okay, I became Louise from Ant-Man. I was like, back it up, back it up, back. We're not messing with no raccoon. He'll fuck you up, like. They are mean little guys.
We
They
a
can
couple
be.
years, yeah, we a couple years ago had like 3 babies up in our attic that
Oh,
broke
so
in
cute.
with their mom, and I got to see like in the bucket as the exterminator was like taking them out. He had me look into the bucket, and I saw like 3 little babies. It was so
That's
cute.
really cute. That is really
Yeah,
cute.
they are. Yeah, kudos to the exterminators that just remove them and then release
Right?
them.
Right? Go put them back where they belong. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so here's my question I had about the ending. So at the end, did the tree magic work on everyone so that they all understand the native language now?
There's a weed joke in there somewhere.
Just because that's why John Smith can speak their language is weed magic. I mean tree magic. At the beginning, and she sings the song and they. So at the end, I was like, do the other guys understand them now because of magic?
Actually, no. The magic works on Pocahontas because I don't think John Smith ever talks to another native.
Yeah,
I think he only talks to Pocahontas.
Oh my, does
yeah.
he not?
I feel like no. I feel like he talked
No,
to.
I feel like he does, but the
He
other
talked
guys
to her
don't.
father.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Not
sure he talks-
directly. I
Not
don't think so.
directly. I feel like he did.
I think he does. Yeah.
Like
I'm
after
straining to
he's-
remember. I think he does. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at the end. Yeah, no, he does. He says well, something. He calls him my brother. Something
Yeah.
my brother. Will take care of
Because
you, my brother. After he gets shot.
Yeah, it was like when he's laying down in that like little
Oh, maybe.
canopy thing.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's at the end. He's like, "Be safe, my brother." But the other characters, the reason why I asked is because the other characters don't seem to. Because there's a lot of like, oh, they seem to be doing this or they seem to be doing this after dialogue is spoken. So that's where I'm like, do they all understand with the tree magic now?
To be honest,
does
I don't think Disney thought that deep about it.
No,
No, they weren't expecting someone to ask that question. Because why would they?
not to even bring this up too, but like another hand-drawn movie, another
I do miss
amazing hand-drawn
those.
movie.
Another amazing hand-drawn movie. Yep.
Not enough of you went to watch Princess and the Frog.
Oh, I absolutely watched that movie and I regretted it.
Really? Oh, I love Princess and the Frog.
I
I
liked
wanted
it.
to love it. I wanted to love it,
love
and
that
I just
movie.
I
Dr.
just couldn't.
Facilier, Keith David is one of my favorite actors of all time, and
I
Dr.
was
Facilier
very
is amazing.
Yeah. Too bad the character fucking sucks.
I mean, but the
Uh,
performance is so
The
good.
performance is good, but it's weak sauce. That's the problem with the movie. The plot is weak sauce.
I can't disagree with
May
that.
Keith David rest in peace.
But he's still
Is he
alive.
dead?
He's
No,
dead.
he's
No, he's not.
he's very much still alive.
Yeah, he's very
No.
much still alive.
No, yeah. He just
Look it up.
they're doing he just did a bunch unless it's recent within the past couple days because yeah they're doing a bunch of promo for Has Been Hotel 2, which he's in. That's a good show by the way.
He died.
No, he's still
at-
alive.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
still
why
alive.
is it the thing I saw?
He's a treasure. Yeah, no, he's doing
If
Has
it
Been
was
Hotel right
mouse,
now.
yeah, if it was Mousetrap News, don't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I,
It's
I like when
Google,
it comes to
but
anything on the internet, you always check three sources. That's my. I usually do five, but three sources just automatically. Anytime you see anything on the internet, three sources and three different sources. That doesn't mean three of one. Three sources, especially with
Yeah, you
movie
can't
news.
cite 3 Fox News articles.
No, exactly. That
eh,
doesn't count.
no.
You have to have three sources, especially with movie shit, and things change so quickly. On the
Mm.
the one that got me was Jimmy Kimmel, where like yeah, we made a video about Jimmy Kimmel, and then the next day it completely changed and made all my footage on that useless. It's
Mm.
the nature of the game.
Yeah, well, actually, Haley's my number one source because she always seems to get it before the internet does.
There's been a couple times where
And
where
to
where
answer your question, I am psychic. No, I was kidding.
there's been a couple
I
times
believe it.
where Haley scooped me, where like she sent me like because I pull all my news from one site, but there's been some days where you sent me something like that before I saw it, before I pulled it, and I was like, oh wow, you have to beat me to this. This doesn't usually
I
happen.
am Raven Baxter in a
My favorite is
nutshell.
when I beat you to Wicked news. That always makes me laugh. Where you send me something, I already knew that.
Nobody is gonna get that reference except for
But
the Disney
No, I
Channel
get
fans.
that's so Raven.
that's
Yeah,
so Raven.
yeah.
I mean, have you seen her podcast? It is not very Raven.
No, I
It's
haven't.
Honestly, no, her podcast is legit good. I'm just being facetious. It's her and her wife, and some of it is legit funny. It's her just cursing and making references to drugs, and it's fun.
I love it when ex Disney stars get potty mouths.
Oh,
I
it's so
absolutely
good,
love it.
so good. It's her
Good
and her
stuff.
wife Miranda. It's I see the occasional clip.
yeah.
Um, yeah, no, there's she had that brother on from That's So Raven on, and it was legit funny. It was legit funny.
Watching Sabrina Carpenter drop F bombs is just
Yeah.
delicious for me. I love it so much.
She's so fun. We and Jordan had this conversation about Millie Bobby Brown where we were like, yeah, she's that like child star where like you very much remember her when she was on the Disney Channel and now she's not anymore. And that there's a party that's like, is this weird? It feels weird. I don't know why it feels weird. It shouldn't feel weird.
Well, it is initially because you're used to seeing them as Disney Channel people. Same thing happened with, although Demi Lovato had a little bit longer transition because she had
Yeah.
her issues.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like most of the time it's more like a Miley Cyrus where it's just like, oh shit, okay,
Yeah.
that's a
Demi
surprise.
Demi's also
She's
really funny though.
she's
Demi
not
is really
returning.
funny.
Yeah, she's not returning as Mitchie Torres though in Camp Rock 3 though.
Is she
she
not? Is she
no,
not? I thought she
she's gonna be an executive producer on it,
I mean,
but she's
that
not gonna be in it.
that tells me
I
she'll probably do a
I
cameo.
I was gonna say she'll be in it, but
Yeah.
there
That,
yeah.
that that tells me she's got a secret camp. Probably this is because of what appears to be Joe Jonas's real push for it. Um, he seems to be the one to really want to do it. So I'm guessing it's probably his movie. The plot is he's restarting the camp and she will cameo. It would be my guess. She'll be in like
Yeah,
one scene.
that's right up there with Andrew Garfield swearing up and down that he's not in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, right. Like, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, with Andrew Garfield, my favorite moment was the moment I knew he was in No Way Home was when he said he wasn't the werewolf.
Mm.
Because the minute if you've ever played one of those games, if anyone says they're not the werewolf, it means they're the werewolf.
That's a very specific reference.
Yep.
And I know
Great
that
game
we're
though.
getting like all over the place here, but I just wanted to ask too. You guys saw who was gonna be the Cowardly Lion, right? In the Wicked
Yeah,
movie?
I don't know who that is.
I
I
don't know who
do.
that is.
I do, but that's because I do a movie news podcast. So I watch movie and probably watch more movies. So I do know who he is by name, but I haven't really seen him in anything, and who
Like,
cares?
like
Yeah, great job, guys. It's gonna be
the
surprised.
fact.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, nobody knows
Yeah,
who he is.
that's what I was about to say. Was the fact that they said like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be surprised and you're gonna freak," and I'm like,
They were
I'm
hinting at
I'm no
Technically not a lie.
yeah, well, they were there. I think everyone was like he was teeing up like some big stunt casting. And to be fair, some people knew who he was. I know who he is. I just
he literally
cares?
said like John M. 2 literally said you're gonna lose your mind. I'm like, my
I
mind's
mean,
not lost.
I'm sure there's
I
some
lost something.
Was it
I
Coleman
lost
Domingo?
something.
I'm sure there's some Coleman Domingo fans out there who are like, holy shit, but I just don't think there's gonna be like a huge crossover between them and Wicked fans. I just don't
I,
think so.
Well, but
that
yeah, that was like when they announced James Corden as the new host of whatever late night show he took over.
I mean, no, I knew who James Corden was, so that's not fair.
Oh, I said Corden, whatever. I just wish he would
Yeah,
disappear.
but
Did you
also
watch the
like,
video I sent you, Jake?
Yes.
I sent
was
him
it
a
the
video
was it
of
the one of him complaining about how adults wearing Halloween costumes?
no, it was him on Jimmy Fallon playing like a musical game on his show.
Oh,
Yeah.
look, I'm the guy who's like, I don't have it against anything against James Corden. I actually quite like him and stuff. Like I will fully admit I like Peter Rabbit. I thought that movie was funny. So like
Did you see the disrespect to Patrick Stewart though?
that was pretty rough. But my thing was like they both come across as poorly in that clip. A
This is true, but there is a sense of James. Is it Corden? Gordon? It's
Corden.
James
Corden.
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 Yeah, I don't want to mess up his name, but so James Corden in that moment, staring across from Patrick Stewart, who yes did make a boo boo and was but it's Patrick Stewart, and who the fuck do you think you are?
Right.
My thing with that moment is I've always tried to find I can never find the context for it. It seemed to be a lead up, a culmination of several moments where they finally got pissed off enough at each
Yeah.
other, and I couldn't figure out. I can never find what led up to that moment.
Hmm.
Because yeah, Patrick Stewart does turn to him and crack a fat joke at him that wasn't very cool.
I think
Um,
the issue was is that James was like standing where he wasn't supposed to be because he's supposed to be on. I think he's standing somewhere repeatedly where he's not supposed to be. And then
Hmm.
Patrick Stewart's kind of like had enough of it, which again, British etiquette's a weird thing that I don't fully understand. But from what I discern, and he's cutting up his outfit because James isn't exactly dressed to the nines to show up
yeah.
and host a gig. And so I think Patrick, and I would imagine too that there was probably some backstage stuff going on where James was probably a little bit less than respectful to someone like Patrick Stewart. And I think he actually was talking shit about somebody else, and Patrick took offense to it, if I remember correctly. I'm not saying I'm right,
Something
but
about him being on his phone as well. I just
that was the other thing. Yeah.
him being on his phone the whole time. To be fair, he was famously on a show called Gavin and Stacey, and he became like a huge dick. Um, he was one of those guys who I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. I know Hailey definitely did. There's a chance you might have. Notorious.
Like Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah,
or
the biopic. It's called Notorious. It's about Notorious
yeah, yeah,
B.I.G.
yeah. I
Um,
did not see it.
well, okay. The thing I got from that movie is being famous makes you an asshole. Like being rich and famous turns you
It
into an asshole.
it certainly
Um,
can.
and like movies have just seem to infer that. Like the Elton John ones, the same way. They all inevitably end with that moment where the guy becomes an asshole. And James Corden seems like he either is at that point in the movie where he's become an asshole, or he hit a point where he became an asshole. But he strikes me as the type who becoming famous
Hmm.
turned him into an asshole.
That's the general perception that I've been given by other people talking about him because but I guess why I find James Corden particularly annoying is because he became an asshole way earlier than he should have. Because,
Yeah.
like, for example, yes, Tom Cruise is probably an asshole, but this is post Top Gun, post Mission Impossible, post so many other movies that Days of Thunder. We don't talk about what was the Legend. We don't talk about Legend. But all the
but
other
that movie,
ones.
but that movie's a classic.
Yeah, Tom Cruise wishes he had never done that one, although he probably got roles afterward.
I don't
But
know.
my
I mean,
point is,
he
you
might
just
also
kind
wish
of
he had done Rain Man as well.
oh, I don't know. Well, yeah, maybe. But
Sorry.
my question is, do you think he will play Joseph Smith in? Oh no, he's not a Mormon. Never mind. He's
No,
Scientologist.
he's
I almost made
Scientologist.
an
I
unsavory
mean,
joke.
he might play. I mean, he
L.
might play
Ron Hubbard.
Elron. He might play L. Ron Hubbard. I don't think so. I don't think he will. Man, I watched a Scientology movie. There's the Justin Theroux my Scientology movie, and I learned a ton about that air quotes religion. And wow, that's it. I don't want to get sued. That's it. Just wow.
I still want to watch Battlefield Earth.
I do too. I do. Okay. Okay. That mental note for that. Mental note for that for later, for future
Oh God,
podcasts.
we'll get sued so hard. But I was going to make another joke to tie back into Pocahontas. I would love to
Redirect.
see, I would love to see a redub of Pocahontas where everything stays the same except Shane Gillis as Donald Trump voices Governor Radcliffe.
but he would never do that because Donald Trump would sue him.
But here's the thing, though. You would never say it was Donald Trump. You could totally do this legally because it's just a voice that Shane Gillis does.
I mean, this is true. He'd do it. He would do it. He would
I'd
do
help
it.
you dig. I'd help you dig. I'd be the greatest digger of all time. But I'm in perfect health. However, I've got a kink in me spine.
I'm in perfect health, but I went for an MRI. It's not a thing you do when you're in perfect health.
The doctor said you can't dig. I'm not going to dig.
Heart can't take it.
Oh my god.
Tell me that wouldn't be funnier than hell.
I mean, it would. I would know. You know what? I kind of want you how they're doing the live action remake. They do the live action remake
No.
of Pocahontas. Hold on,
No,
hold
Shane
on,
Gillis.
hold on.
It's
Let me
Shane
cook.
Gillis as Radcliffe. Tell
Let
me
me
he
cook.
can't do it.
Let me cook. I was just getting to say that live action remake of Pocahontas. you have him play Radcliffe. Shane Gillis is Radcliffe, and also Shane Gillis also as we CGI double him. He's also the assistant as a reference to the fact that the voice was the same. Two Shane
Oh, God.
Gillises, Jake. Two Shane Gillises.
Oh my
Disney,
God.
pay me. Why isn't
I
Hollywood
would
paying me for my great ideas?
I would find it funnier if he also doubled as one of the Native Americans in the background.
I,
But just it's like
oh no.
all I'm saying, guys, is what if we lit our arrows on fire?
Although he'd be kind of funny as the Bill Connolly character as well. That'd be fun. But who? The important question is, who's young Christian Bale?
Oh, who plays Thomas? Oh, clearly, why am I blanking on his name? I know exactly. Tom Holland.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, he would be solid.
I don't know though, because I don't know if we can in this society.
No,
Absolutely
never.
not.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely.
We never
No.
could.
Never in a million. There's no way you could do this because okay, here's the thing. In order to do a live action remake of this movie, you number one cannot sex up Pocahontas again. Can't do that. So it has to be
But then who's going to watch the movie?
but
Because
not only that, but so you do history accurate Pocahontas, so she's a teenager. You now can't do John Smith. What do
well,
you
they
do?
already made that movie. That's the point. They've already made that movie, and
Right,
it
but
did
do you,
terribly.
you can't it can't be a remake because you can't do the romance again because it's weird now because people are more historically literate and yeah, no, there's no
That's true. That's very true. Before this movie came out, nobody knew who Pocahontas was. And then
no.
suddenly, after this movie came out, everybody was like, well, actually, Pocahontas was not a teenager by this point. For sure, she was not a young adult.
We were not super awesome to the natives. Yeah, we know.
Well, it's worth noting that the first American Thanksgiving is actually a celebration of the Puritan pilgrims
Mm.
allying with another tribe to take out another tribe.
Yeah, most people don't know that.
Yeah, that's a little uncomfortable. But the allied tribe asked. It wasn't like they came. We're like, hey, we got boomsticks. You want to borrow them? No, it was very
Pretty
much a.
much.
It's like, hey, you see those guys over there? They're dicks. You want to kill them for us?
Fun fact, history is nuanced, guys. That should be the log line for Pocahontas is fun fact, history is nuanced, guys. Just so you know. Just so everyone
But
knows.
it's no different from a random Gothic tribe teaming up with another random Gothic tribe to take out another Gothic
Also,
tribe.
fun fact: people had different morality back then.
They absolutely did.
You don't measure, you shouldn't measure your morality based on the words of people from like the first century. Just putting that out there. Just saying. Shouldn't do that.
What I appreciate though of the Sleeping Beauty Maleficent movie
I like
was
that movie.
they kind of reimagined instead of the prince waking her up, but it was Maleficent's love for her.
See,
Bag me with a spoon because Maleficent put the curse on her.
yeah, there's reasons. I like that movie. That movie I like because it at least subverts the idea of what like
I hate that movie so much.
I don't know. I like that. I appreciated it for what it was, I guess.
I can explain my perspective, and I know that I'm in the minority here. The reason I really dislike Maleficent is because, like, I don't inherently dislike Subversion. Justin, you know this about me, but I tend to not love it because, okay, so if Maleficent is not pure evil, then the story of Sleeping Beauty really doesn't work.
I don't disagree. The worst parts of that movie are the parts, the Sleeping Beauty parts. Like that's just I don't disagree with that. That's not
Right.
unfair criticism.
The story does not make sense if Maleficent actually cares about Aurora, Raya Rose, however you want to. I don't remember if she gives her that name in the fucking movie. I've seen it once.
I can't
Um,
remember. It's been
do
a
like the Lana Del Rey cover though. That's good. But the movie
I just
itself
remember.
is
Oh, sorry.
no, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I just said I remember her calling her Beastie in that movie.
Beastie.
Mhm.
Something like that. I didn't like the second one. I thought the second one was crap. But
The
Which
second
one
was
does
crap.
which one does Maleficent lead the revolt against the kingdom? Is that the first one or the
Second one.
second one?
Second one.
Okay.
that
Yeah,
second one,
that
yeah.
was oh god.
Yeah, the second one was bad. The second one was bad. It was real bad. That's the number one thing I remember about it. It was bad. I did not.
So
But like, yeah,
never mind the fact that Maleficent's supposed to be dead after the events of Sleeping Beauty.
yeah, no, they changed the ending of Sleeping Beauty. But
Which-
I also just selfishly want the Hercules remake to be, at one point it was going to be like a Hades prequel kind of movie where it was like, what if Hades was a tragic misunderstood figure? And like I kind of don't hate that because if it was the James Woods version and like they did it where Zeus was a dick and like just like an arrogant asshole and Hades was like the put upon little brother.
Well, funnily enough, that's actually more accurate to
That's what I'm saying.
most versions of Greek mythology because,
That's-
as we know, there are different.
Yeah, but I'm like, that's what I'm saying. It would be more accurate to the mythology.
Actually, that would be a more interesting retelling because that, like you said, that would be closer.
Yeah.
Hades would have a legitimate grudge.
Yeah,
Well,
and then sorry, Hailey, go ahead.
Well, as I say, what I've heard of what the live action Hercules is gonna be is Hades' perspective on the events that happen.
Well, that's what they said. At one point, I heard that was the rumor that that's what they were going to do, and then another point, it was going to be a more traditional, shot for shot remake of the original. And I'm like, oh, but that's so uninteresting. The Hades from Hades' perspective is so much more interesting. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't remember what I watched where it was like Zeus was like a dick, and you make it where it's like, yeah, he's essentially the James Woods Hades, and he has a bit of sass, and he's like wisecracking and cracking jokes and what have you. And I'm like he's sort of like, oh, it was like Better Call Saul. I was like, oh, if it's like a Saul Goodman, Chuck relationship where Chuck is like, you shouldn't be a god. I'm like, oh, that'd be good.
I do
I'd watch
like
it.
the fact that though that Moana is gonna be a like a shot for shot.
Yeah, nah, I'm okay.
Can we
I'm
not
good.
with Moana? Can we just stop?
Yeah,
know.
no, especially because it's The Rock in a muscle suit. It just sounds like it's gonna be bad.
Stop wasting your time on manually editing your videos. The secret AI tool will do the work for you. One of the best things about it is that it gives your video the potential to go viral. Visit this page, sign in, create a project by clicking on this button. Choose a video that you want to use. Click on the AI clip button. Wait for the magic. It is scanning through the video and looking for the parts that has the potential to go viral. Instead of editing the video by yourself, it does the work for you. It even generates headline and captions which fit your video. Another surprise is that they generate video description or social post for you to use. Once done, click Export to Post.
Yeah.
I don't know. All the set photos I saw looked cosplay-y and bad. And hey, maybe look, I didn't hate the How to Train Your Dragon one, so maybe I won't hate it, but all signs point to hate.
Well, when you're like me and you hate the original Moana, just in
Oh.
I
general.
mean, have we not learned with the live action Lilo and Stitch though? Like,
I still haven't
stop
seen it.
making
Clearly
stop
not.
making them. Stop making these movies, please.
Well, again,
I mean, to be
my
fair,
biggest issues with Lilo and Stitch weren't necessarily that it was live action, but there were problematic elements in that regard. But it
I
was the
still have to
fact
watch
that
it.
they took all the soul out of that movie.
That's sure what it. That's sure what it. Sure what it sounds like. I'm still gonna watch it. I think it finally hit Disney Plus like God intended. I know it hit digital. When it hit digital, I was like, "Ooh, do I need to do an episode on this? Ooh, I think I might need to."
In November, actually, I can't remember when in November. Freaky Your Friday is gonna finally hit Disney Plus.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I gotta
watch
watch
it.
that. Gotta watch that.
Oh, you guys are gonna enjoy that. It's not as good as the first one, but
It's hard.
it's
It's hard
good.
to beat. It's hard to beat.
Yeah,
I
that's what
mean,
I'm saying. That's
Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan just look like they're having so much fun in that movie,
they
and
are, and that I think is half of why this movie's so enjoyable because you can just tell.
yeah, they really look like they're having a time. I'm excited for it. We're probably gonna go. We're gonna do Zootopia 2 for the show. I need to see the there's a sexy horse in that movie that's played by who's playing the sexy horse?
Please tell
Shoot.
me
Do you
it's
know?
Megan Thee Stallion. Please tell me it's Megan Thee Stallion.
No.
Did
Oh, it's
you
Come
so
on,
see
unfortunate.
Disney.
also? Did you also see that Robert Irwin's gonna be a koala?
Yes, I did see
Yes,
that.
I did see
Yes,
that. That's
and his
phenomenal.
name is like I can't remember his
It's
name.
Robert Furwin, isn't it?
Robert
Furwin,
Irwin.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh shoot, hold on. Oh,
Good
I'm
someone
job,
like,
famous
Disney.
too.
hell yes, hell yes.
Who's playing the horse mare?
He's gonna
It's
play a
someone famous
koala.
too. Uh, he's a very sexy looking horse.
And they announced it during Disney Night of Dancing with the
Yeah.
Stars.
Oh, I think it's Patrick Warburton. Yeah, it's Patrick Warburton. As he's like a jacked out muscular horse. It is very funny. It's, I'm very excited for that. That movie looks real good. It's got Ki Kwan Quinn as the snake. I'm looking forward to that. I like Zootopia.
So Pocahontas.
Oh, so we'll go. Hey, it's Disney adjacent.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, it is. But I
It's
mean,
also about a loose racial metaphor. Yeah,
Yeah.
by that way.
I always saw Zootopia more of like general discrimination, but I guess maybe I found it more queer coded than
Really? Oh, see,
racist.
I saw the I
I
saw
saw, don't get me wrong, I saw the racism, but that's why I think,
I can see the queer
funnily enough,
coding now that you say that
well,
though.
well, funnily enough, like, don't get me wrong, I love Zootopia, but I find it ironic that Zootopia in some areas does such a fantastic job about, examining implicit bias. And
Yeah.
then at other points in the same movie, it's just completely blown away for the sake of a joke, which I'm thankful for the joke, but it's really difficult to make a statement like that and then lean into stereotypes for humor.
Also true. I mean, me and Jordan, we have a money bet going for what are the odds that Judy and Nick are a couple at the end of Zootopia 2.
Mhm.
Like romantic
Nah,
couple.
that's heteronormative, Justin.
Really? I would say that is not heteronormative, but that's just me.
Well,
Uh,
Judy's a female and
yeah, but they're
yeah.
interspecies.
Well, but in Zootopia, that doesn't matter.
But
Zootopia's like
but
Zootopia's like San Francisco, Justin. Nobody
but I
gives a shit.
mean, he's a predator, she's a prey. It's gonna be like
San Francisco, Justin.
I
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. There seemed to be an implicit bias about predators and prey in that movie. I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be an issue. Also, in the real world, it feels weird.
they're also in a relationship by the end of Zootopia 1. At least it's implied to me at least.
No, they're partners.
They're partners.
They're police partners, not
Platonic
partners.
partners, Hailey. Platonic police partners.
One of them would
Yeah,
have to retire, would they not? Because they're in the same chain of command.
I don't. I assuming they follow the same rules of real cops. I honestly don't know.
Right, they can't be in the same chain of command. But I guess Nick could move to the desk.
It's true. We could. I mean, one of them could move to narco easily. The other homicide. I mean, what? What? We're gonna pretend that some of those animals don't want to have a good time every now and again? Come on. That's a joke. The joke.
Nick can move to catnip.
The cat.
Best of
Okay.
mine.
Pocahontas.
Oh, do we want to talk about the inaccurate corn?
I mean, the gold.
Yeah, the gold corn didn't exist yet.
Really? Oh, no, I
That
didn't
should
know
have
that.
been that should have been multicolored maize, my friend.
That's what I was gonna say. It was like, wasn't it like multicolored?
Yeah, more red,
Corn?
more
Yeah.
red.
So I love how that's the line. No, everything else is fine, but that corn though.
If we're being sticklers,
I'm
it's
just.
also too big.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
also
also far
that
too big.
just around the river bend. Let's talk about that for a minute too, because when she like dives off of that
Oh, yeah.
off of that
Broken neck. I mean, broken neck easily.
right.
Oh no, that's a pretty solid dive she does.
Oh,
There's
okay,
technique
okay,
there.
fair enough. I'm not a diver,
I
but
mean,
I'm
we
gonna
can
say broken
assume
neck.
we can assume that Pocahontas has done that more than once and knows the depth.
Mhm.
Um, that seems like a pretty big risk just to freak out her friend, but so presumably she knows.
She's done it. She went out there the night before practice. She's like,
And
oh my god, I'm
then
gonna get her
That would have been
so
a
Sneaking up
much
bad.
behind
shorter
her.
movie.
then sneaking up behind her and just scaring her.
I love the best friend character. The best friend character is one of my
Uh,
favorites.
I can't remember her name though. That's the sad part.
My thing is
Starts with
okay.
an N, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can't
How much you
remember.
want to? Oh, I don't remember. How much you want to bet though that Disney had a television show in the chamber?
I think they did, as a matter of fact.
Did they actually? I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
think maybe.
Well,
Although again, that's maybe not because that'd be problematic.
well,
Wait,
I'm
Disney.
like Disney thought this movie was gonna be huge. Like I will say, like as much as I'm like, yeah, it didn't do well critically. Like from a marketing standpoint, merchandise was like everywhere. Like the raccoon was on T-shirts, the hummingbird,
Mhm.
Pocahontas. Like the merchandising was very effective. Like I had Pocahontas merchandise when I was a kid. Like I had toys. Like I said,
I
I played the
have
video game.
the
Oh,
color
that's
of
Oh
the
no, they
wind.
solid.
did not.
I have the
No,
They did
color of
not
the
have.
wind, blue corn moon part on my shirt.
that I mean that's I like that. I like the art.
And like
Um,
the outline is like of a wolf.
that's awesome. I
Ooh, okay. Don't know if you know this, Justin. Um, wow. This is not Disney, and probably why this series doesn't actually exist. Um, they wait, this 1997 series. Apparently, there was a planned release of an animated series in 1997 called Pocahontas, Princess of the American Indians,
oh no.
that obviously got shelved probably because of the movie. Um,
Yeah.
it's an Italian series by the look of it. In her journey, Pocahontas and her spiritual companion Hopi Ho
Oh no.
get the chance to become acquainted with the different ways of living of the different American Indian tribes they visit.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so much wrong with that,
This sounds problematic.
and that's going through my mind right now.
I mean, it makes sense. I think I've learned about Italy is their media is very problematic.
So apparently, you can watch the series that's been condensed into a movie length on YouTube.
Oh no. I've seen Italian animated movies. I imagine it probably looks very similar to that Titanic one, which is to say not very good.
Wait, there's an English dub?
Of course. A lot of Italian movies come out in
There
English.
has to be in for
This is true.
There has to be
But
for English speaking.
well, but it was never released.
That's funny. Yeah, no,
Whoa, this is problematic. Whoa, okay.
There's a whoa.
Immediate. Whoa, no. Oh, that's not okay.
This is gonna be funny though because it's like there's no context.
No,
What
this
he's
is
looking in, you're like, whoa.
This.
it's an hour and 20.
There's not never. Usually, there's moments where I'm like, that's got to be a short. That's got to be a short, and the footage has got to be inserted.
Well, to be fair, it's dialogue in this case. That's a choice.
Oh no, that's problematic. No, okay, because Disney thought that this movie was going to be really popular. Like I cannot stress that enough. That Disney thought that they were going to like. I guarantee you that Pocahontas 2 was going to be theatrical at one point.
Oh my god, I'm like crying real tears because I'm like laughing so hard.
It's his
If what I
fate.
if what I think is happening, this is a very, very. Oh no.
Oh no.
People that are watching this podcast, you're not
Oh
even seeing.
no. Oh no.
You're not even seeing this video, and like to see. Oh no,
That's funny.
you're gonna be so confused.
Oh, well, at least she's older now.
Oh no! Oh no!
The audio version of this, that people are gonna be so confused too.
It's evil.
Oh, yeah.
It's evil Sulu. Oh no!
Oh no. Why is she what? What? Okay, I'm not joking. There's a scene at about 35, 37 minutes in. Pocahontas is talking to Aztecs?
What? But, but, Jake, I have so many questions. We don't have time to answer any of them.
Bro! I'm not joking.
That doesn't make any
They
sense
got pyramids
geographically.
and everything.
Why?
Oh, there's the Apache. Yeah,
Okay.
apparently Pocahontas is just going on a journey. Now she's, whoa, okay, well, they show her getting married, so.
Oh, my
Okay,
God.
just so you understand, geographically, that doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
Justin, I have real tears coming out of my eyes right now. Oh my God.
Well, interestingly enough, it appears that they addressed the plot of Pocahontas 2 in this. Well, okay, that's okay, kudos. They've got her dolled up like her English portrait at one point. So
Oh,
that's
okay. Not historically, not totally
okay.
historically inaccurate.
Some bonus points here. Oh, they show her getting sick. Okay, so okay.
All right, so the woes were justified to be woed until
Oh, Native
God.
American heaven. We're right back to the problematic parts.
The Native American. Okay.
Native American heaven. Yep, and it's exactly what you think it is.
I'm not going to cut this.
Why is
this
she
part.
running next? Why is she running next to a lion?
I'm
That's
not
what
going to cut
happens.
this part. Oh,
Why is there a white buffalo? That feels or a bison, but that feels problematic.
Number one. That's just what happens in Native American heaven.
And how is she dead? And there's still 20 minutes left. What the?
Oh no! Just 20 minutes of her.
I'm not
Her
going
kid,
to cut this part.
her kid is obscenely white.
Nor should.
Like,
Nor
I
should
don't
you.
know. I don't know how to explain this, but I'm not cutting this into like 1 minute shorts. I'm leaving the whole entire thing as one video to put on my
You should.
channel.
Oh yeah.
You should because it's funny. It's legit.
How did the animals outlive Poke? Oh no. Oh no. How would we describe it? How would we
You're just
describe
skimming
this?
through this. This is so funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is
It just gets more
how-
problematic as it goes on.
How do I describe this, Justin?
Oh
It's
my God.
it's like brown face, but he's still very much white.
Okay, what? So it's brown face like is what you're saying.
Well, it's a very, very white child
I thought
who
you said this was animated.
it is.
So how can you have brown? Okay, I no. You know what? I'm not gonna ask.
Don't ask
Wow.
questions that you
Okay.
don't want the answer to.
Okay. I have so many questions. I'm actually going to watch this and I'm going to love it.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. Can't wait. Can't wait. This is going to be epic.
I have real tears coming out of my eyes.
I need to. How long is it? How long is this
It's
movie?
about an hour and 28 minutes.
20 minutes? Oh no, I think I'm also gonna have to
Uh,
watch this movie. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh man,
God.
this is I will
Send,
send you both the link.
send it to me.
This is
Okay.
Send it to me.
epic.
Send
Yeah.
it to me. I might have to watch it.
Okay,
I'll have to
please.
watch it.
Send
I
it
mean
to me.
this is just beautiful. I think is this is this the studio? I think it might actually be the studio
My
or
eyes.
somebody that owns the legitimate rights to this.
That's funny. They're like, just put it on YouTube for free.
Okay, hang on, hang on. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh my God, my eyes.
Here's the description. Embark on an unforgettable journey with Pocahontas, Princess of the American Indians. Guided by her spiritual companion, Hopi Ho, Pocahontas travels across the lands, meeting different Native American tribes and discovering their unique ways of life. Filled with adventure, wisdom, and stunning landscapes, this animated film beautifully brings Native American culture and traditions to life for the whole family to enjoy.
Oh no.
Filled with history, culture, and excitement, because the tribes of the tribes of coastal Virginia for sure went down and just, mingled with the Aztecs.
The Aztecs that they definitely knew existed and existed at the same time?
100, yeah, that's the other thing.
I'm pretty sure they didn't exist at the same
I'm
time.
pretty sure they did not.
And for TikTok, I'm gonna put the oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no
Oh
for the
no.
sound.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh
funnily
no
enough,
no no no.
on this same channel, we also have such delights as The Last Leprechaun.
Oh.
No, we also have a live action, what appears to be a Sorcerer's Apprentice movie.
All right then. Yeah, fun fact, the Disney one's not the first one. I learned that when I watched the Nick Cage one.
Really?
Yeah, the Sorcerer's Apprentice is a book originally,
Oh,
and an opera, which is what the
I
song is from. But yeah, the Disney one is an
Wow.
adaptation, and so the Nick Cage movie with Jay Baruchel is more of an adaptation of the book than it is of the Disney thing.
Oh,
I'm
this is
like
this is
still shaking
delightful.
because I'm laughing. I was laughing so hard. I'm still
It's
shaking.
Absolutely delightful.
it's a German book.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love like, hey man, as much as I love making fun of problematic things, I love problematic things.
Oh, this seems just divine.
Delightfully problematic. Where you're like,
This
oh,
makes this makes Disney's Pocahontas look like a documentary.
And that whole thing, I'm not gonna cut into little tiny shorts. I'm making the whole thing for TikTok, and I'm doing it all um for
Wow.
YouTube and
All I
Instagram.
have all I have to say is just wow.
delightful. Just simply
That was
delightful.
just a skim through. I can't wait to
And
actually sit down and watch this thing.
it's still Pocahontas. See, it's connected.
It's
It's
still
all connected.
Pocahontas.
So get ready for that
Buckle up,
snippet,
kids.
Buckle up,
Or
that
you're
video.
gonna say the
Yeah.
line that I wanted to say.
buckle up, buckaroo.
Buckle up, buckaroos.
That video will be up very, very shortly after this comes out.
That's good. I love it.
I can't think of a better way to end it.
Buckle up, buckaroo.
Buckle up, buckaroos.
Buckle up,
We're going on an adventure
Oh,
See,
across the plains.
you have no idea how hard I was laughing and I was crying.
You
Good.
know how you have no idea how afraid I was.
Don't cancel me. Or do cancel me?
I will put it to you this way before we close. The first problematic element that I saw was I overheard dialogue of Pocahontas and her friends, assuming that she's probably around, at least the way she's drawn in this scene, she's probably around the age of 11 or 12. And
Oh no.
they're talking about how next year they'll be able to pick husbands like the girls before us who are clearly drawn much older.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, that was the first.
Oh no.
That was the first
Uh,
problem.
No.
And
Oh
then
boy.
and then Pocahontas meeting the Aztecs. That was just the icing on the cake.
Oh no. Oh no. Wow, it's amazing when it's problematic for so many different things.
It seems to hit all the notes.
I almost
Man.
I almost when I chop this into that one video, I almost don't want to give them any like like any sort of like consternation or like detail of what's happening. Like I just want it to be like, oh no.
I feel like the log line for that should have been, and you thought the Disney movie was offensive.
Can't wait to watch it.
So yeah, any final thoughts on Pocahontas? Not the weird shit you just watched, but the actual Pocahontas.
I will say
If
the one thing I will say that it very much is a late Disney Renaissance movie where it's got boxes, it's got to check those boxes, it checks all the boxes, and like if you're looking for boxes to be checked, it's gonna check them.
yeah,
That
Yeah,
was it. That's all I had.
mine is just the movie still holds up, but it's definitely got some elements.
apparently the Italians just said fuck it.
I will say, from a technical standpoint, yeah, it is still a gorgeous movie. It still looks
It
Yeah.
stunning. The
is.
animation still looks good. Man,
That's
good
what's great
old.
about 2D animation though.
Oh
Yeah.
man, man, bring back to hand-drawn 2D animated movies, man. I don't care if it takes them 5 years to make it.
And the Colors of the Wind, a great song because it teaches kids like you can
To
get
do
along with
drugs.
anyone.
It teaches
Oh,
kids that when you meet a.
you mean painting with all the colors of the wind isn't a
Yeah.
euphemism for getting high?
I was
No.
gonna say it teaches us that we can all meet a nice native woman who will teach us the correct
It
mushrooms to do.
will. No, it's a message of like you can get along with like everyone can be your brother and everyone can be your like
Uh,
that kind of thing.
so it's not do those mushrooms over there. Those are the ones that are gonna get you high.
With the right mushrooms, everyone can be your brother.
I'm just saying. I say I like the song that says the racism is bad. That's my favorite song.
I have to share this joke because I made it and I was so proud of it when I made it at the time. I don't even remember where I was or when it was, but we were watching Pocahontas with a group of people, and it's the part where the natives are singing "Savages, Savages," and then I throw in with operatic training.
That's solid. Yeah,
Another kind of great song, but also problematic.
Oh, I love that song.
I love that
Yeah.
song. I
Not that
like
it's
that song.
problematic. I think it's probably the most realistic.
Yeah,
True.
true.
They're different from us, which means they must be evil. Man, it's still relevant.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like it's easy to laugh at, but I mean that's I think kind of perfectly sums up
It
the racism.
I will say, yeah, like it obviously grossly oversimplifies a conflict that has way more nuance and is much
Yeah.
longer than this movie would suggest.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing too. Remember, 1995, like some of those lyrics hit like they must have gone over my
Yeah,
head as a kid because they hit hard. I think like they're only good when dead.
yeah, they're
They're
only good when
vermin,
dead.
as I said. Um, there's other very
My
problematic
favorite is
ones.
my family. They're different than us, which means they must be is the one that sticks out of my head all the time.
Yeah, there's that one, and then the natives saying they're different from us, which means they can't be trusted. I wonder if they even bleed. Like
Yeah, I really like
there's
nail xenophobia down to like.
yeah.
And I also found like that fire pit scene when like she like threw that and a puff of smoke and it went again it told like a story. I can't remember
Hmm.
what it was, but um it
I know the part.
I
I don't remember
I'm
that.
picturing it, but I can't remember what scene that was.
I think it's when
Uh,
he's talking about the whites.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
And
That
he's like,
that
the smoke tells me that they're bad people.
The whites are here
that
to hurt
like a
us.
war is gonna come on and or something like that.
I
But he's
mean,
talking about how like they use different weapons that rain fire and
Yeah.
ash or something like
oh
that.
right,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a gorgeous scene.
it is.
That's
That's
really
very
pretty.
well animated,
Yeah,
extremely well animated.
yeah. No, I mean, look, you can't take away from it that it's a technically impressive film, which allows you to be like, but.
However,
However, however,
very good use of color though.
in 1995, we had things to say about the Native Americans. Okay, that's all you need to know.
Well, we have things to say about them now, but what I am, I I don't know to say that I guess I'm okay with certain portrayals being more historically consistent,
Yeah,
but particularly shows aimed at adults. Um, One show that really does a great job of showing the nuance, though, is the show 1883. It's a prequel to Yellowstone because
also good.
they have interactions with some natives that are positive and some that are negative, and it just depends. It depends on where you are, it depends on who they are, depends on what you did or what they think you did, and yeah,
Yeah, because
And I
people are
will,
multifaceted.
I will say what I said to you and Eric. I don't like Yellowstone. And I'm not gonna like
I
it
can
later.
I
Never
can
tried.
understand why you might not like Yellowstone, but 1883 is very good. I highly recommend, and it's different. Because
Mm.
Yellowstone deals with like a criminal enterprise. This is just straight like the Oregon Trail.
Oh, okay.
It's a very
Just
different show.
straight cowboy,
Straight cow. It is literally cowboy and cow dying,
cowboy,
cowboy dying.
cowboy
It
Cow
dying.
might,
dying.
yeah, Dutch dying. There are a lot of Dutch people die. A lot of Dutch people die.
Happy
Well,
Thanksgiving, everyone.
happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's gonna come. It's gonna come out a couple of days before. Oh, that's right. I didn't even think about
More
that.
than a few days before.
More than a few days. Yeah, I did
It's going
not
to
think
come out a
about
few
that.
weeks before, but you can watch it on Thanksgiving. That's the thing you can do.
You could be
Yeah,
like, we could get to the end of this movie and be like, you know what would have solved this conflict? A Thanksgiving,
yeah.
like I did. And then I was like, I gotta remember to say that zinger on the podcast, and I almost forgot. Fourth wall break. Fourth wall break.
More time
Uh,
travel too.
yeah. Then come out a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, and I'm not sorry I did this.
Oh, it's a solid movie.
I was skeptical at first because of how people perceive the message and everything, and how people get all typing in the comments.
But just because something happens and it's uncomfortable, does that mean we should never speak of it again? I don't
True.
think so.
Depend the person who would say this, or depends on how conservative you are or not.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I'm
Because
in the camp of never stop talking about it.
a
yeah,
lot of those guys want to go la 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 la.
yeah. Well,
What are you talking about? Jesus said have a feast and they had a feast.
Right? What? Nothing bad ever happened in history ever. What are you talking about? Everything was great. We all held hands. We sang
Whoa.
Jesus songs, and we're all fine. Shut up. See, you're laughing because you know
I
I'm
am
not wrong.
so sorry that you made it this far to the end of the podcast, which
You know what
congratulations
I'm
to you
about.
if you made it this far
Kudos to
from this.
you.
That's what
Yeah.
I would say. Congratulations, you made it to the end. I'm sorry.
You officially have a sense of humor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's like three people who find me funny, and two of them are here,
Two
and
of them are here.
the other one is in the other room somewhere.
It's got to be a solid 4 or 5, Justin.
Like,
Give yourself credit.
I mean, no, my parents don't even find me funny. That was a joke. That was a joke. My mother
So,
occasionally finds me funny.
so yeah, long story short, go watch Pocahontas. It's a beautiful movie. Like, it's aesthetically wise.
And then watch the Disney one.
Then watch the Disney one. Yeah,
Watch the
listen to
Disney
the
one. It's
soundtrack.
very
Look, it's still good.
pretty.
It's still good music, man.
It's
It is
very
still good
pretty.
music.
Yeah.
It's
So,
pretty. I'm sure I'll report back at some point of the Italian Pocahontas.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll see.
I'll report back on Pocahontas.
I think I'm gonna find a reason to talk about it on my other show.
Yeah.
Oh,
My show.
I'm sure you will.
I have to. I have a list of foreign films that I think I'm gonna add it to.
Jake's gonna watch it, and then he's probably gonna put something in here, maybe, or
Maybe.
Oh no, you get zero context.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just him. My favorite bit was just your eyes going wide, going, "Oh no!"
So
The look on your face was priceless.
So, with that being said, we're off, and I will see you Eternal Stars later. I'm sorry.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Thanksgiving.